We're rolling into the second half of the Big Sky Conference season now in the Weber State Wildcats. No change in the starting lineup. Harding, Richardson, Kozak, Rakat Chapman, and Zach Braxton to start for Randy Ray, head coach in his 12th season, four-time Big Sky Conference Coach of the Year. Starting lineup for the Lumberjacks: Torrey Johnson, Gino Littles, Brooks DeBishop, 18 rebounds on Thursday. Chris Bowling and Isaiah Thomas for Jack Murphy in his sixth season at NAU. 67 wins, 120 losses. And Coach Murphy, 2-9 in his career all-time versus the Weber State Wildcats. Weber State has won the last 4 straight games between these two teams. And for our radio listeners on our radio and television simulcast, Weber State going purple on purple with the white Weber State across the chest. NAU white on white with the dark blue NAU. Kozak, as the Wildcats win the opening tip, going right to left. 3-shot from the right side, short, no good from Ryan Richardson out of Chandler, Arizona, but long rebound chased down by the Wildcats. And Jarek Harding bounced the basketball off of Isaiah Thomas's foot into the backcourt. No backcourt violation. Weber State again for the radio listeners, going right to left. They double team on Weber State and force a turnover as DeBishop comes up court, left to right across the radio dial. Again, NAU white on white with the dark blue NAU across the chest. We are scoreless. We are now underway in Flagstaff. Second half of the Big Sky Conference season now underway for both of these two teams.
Good vision defensively by DeBishop on that steal there.
3-shot from the left angle, missed a little short. Gino Littles of NAU back the other way in transition. Kozak gets the catch. And did he step on the line or was he pushed?
I think they're calling a foul on Gino Littles here, pushing him out of play, which is tough. Going back to that first possession for Weber State, though, they had a wide open look at 3 and they missed the shot. NAU did not box out and crash the glass, and that's something they need to get a lot better at. If Weber State's going to miss a 3-point shot, you have to capitalize and bring that board down.
I haven't seen the foul actually been going up on the scoreboard, so I don't maybe believe. I think it went off of Littles, the ball did, so it's Weber State ball, 14 to shoot. Here's Richardson. Cott Chapman goes to Big Braxton. Goes through the lane. Runner with the right hand going left to right through the key, and he banks it in. It's good.
Well, that's something on the scouting report, Mitch. He loves to work from that left block, swings over to the right and easy off the glass and in.
18-24 mark, 2-0 lead, the Wildcats. Torrey Johnson picks up the dribble, 15 to shoot. Here's Bowling, drives off the right angle. The Fleming floater off the baseline, too strong, no good. Rebounded by Richardson. And an offensive foul called against Ryan Richardson, the Arizona product. This is his 6th career game against the Lumberjacks. He's averaged 8.4 points per game. In his previous 5, had 11 points against the Lumberjacks in the 40-point Weber State win over NAU in Ogden last month. The largest margin of victory for the Wildcats in a Big Sky game in 26 years. 15 to shoot. NAU with the ball on the right angle. Here's Johnson. Into the lane, a runner. Good. Torrey Johnson's been hot. 18.8 points per game in his last 5. He's shooting 52% from the deck, 52% from 3 in his last 5, and he knocks down the runner. We're tied at 2.
That was a sweet move there, and now a wide open 3 coming here from Weber State, and they've missed 2 of those. But back to that play by Torrey Johnson. Good job to adjust based off the contact from 2 defenders and knock that shot down.
Rakat Chapman a little short of that. It was an uncontested 3. Kozak going to run it out for a pick 6 as Gino Littles ran into Kozak, lost the ball. Kozak found the ball and then runs it out for a dunk.
It's always fun to watch for your team. Kozak striding down the court. You saw everyone on the Weber State bench stand up waiting for him to just jam that one home.
4-2 lead. We're about 3 minutes into the game here in Flagstaff. They hedge and double hard on Torrey Johnson. Keeps the dribble. Over to Littles. 15 to shoot. Now Thomas. Power dribbling in on Kozak. Jump hook from the free throw line. Good. Hey, if Isaiah Thomas hits his first shot, that's generally good for him. Very good. He's averaging about 13 points per game and 9 boards in the Lumberjacks' 4 wins, and only 4.5 points and 4 rebounds in the Lumberjacks' 19 losses.
That's an area you need Thomas as well as DeBishop to work from the inside, because you're not going to get in a 3-point shooting battle against this Wildcat team, although they're 0 for 3 so far.
Kozak misses an uncontested 3. We're tied at 4. Uncharacteristic, poor shooting start for the Wildcats. There's the hedge. Over to Johnson, 13 to shoot. 9 to shoot. Johnson comes out front to Littles. He's got to hustle. 5 to shoot. Gets a high ball screen. Littles falls down, saves it to Bishop. 3 shot. Too strong. No good. Here comes Jarek Harding.
Just a jailbreak on the offense there for NAU. They ran the set play at the beginning of the shot clock, but it didn't work out.
Harding, so crafty in the paint. He's a great shooter, but he's equally as good attacking the rim and being crafty around the basket. There's the jump hook again. Isaiah Thomas in the lane. Off the mark, no good. Harding running back the other way. Harding, north-south, lost the basketball, recovers it. Now wants a 3-shot, open, too strong, no good. Kozak working the offensive glass on the weak side.
NAU has to box out unmarked big right there because everyone was paying attention to the shot going up by Harding, and now Richardson, wide open lane to the basket.
Oh boy, Richardson had a wide open, Grand Canyon wide open to get to the rim. 8-4 lead the Wildcats. Trying to no-look pass into Bishop, and then coming up court, Chapman's going to be fouled. We're at the under 16 media, so we got to take a little time out. 15:07 mark, first half. Weber State leading NAU 8-4. This is Lumberjack Basketball presented by Learfield.
Oxendale Kia is proud to support NAU athletics. Just as proud as the outstanding Kia lineup, from the economy Forte and Rio to the luxury of Optima and K900 to the crossover sport utility of Soul and Sorrento. Kia has the power to surprise with an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Graduating seniors, come have a look at your financing options. Oxendale Kia, 1050 West Route 66, Flagstaff, and at oxendalekia.com, where nobody beats an Oxendale deal.
Watch your Lumberjacks take on the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds February 10th at 2 p.m. on NAU TV.
See the stories of Northern Arizona University. Watch Inside NAU Mondays at 6:30 p.m. and on demand at nau-tv.com.
At Northern Arizona University.
It's possible to find your voice.
It's possible to explore.
It's possible to achieve.
It's possible to imagine.
It's possible to define our future.
It's possible to make a difference.
At Northern Arizona University, possibilities are a principle we believe in.
What's possible for you?
At Northern Arizona University, we see possibility in every direction.
Well, Zach Warhack, I want to know 3 things, and I know you've got 3 things to tell me about. Tell me about them.
The first one is clear cut. If you're NAU, you have to defend the perimeter, close out on the 3 shots. That's an easy one. We know how good of a shooting team that Weber State is. Next, don't get into a 3-point battle. You're not going to win that taking these guys on. If you're jacking up threes, they're most likely going to make more than you are in that situation. And lastly, Mitch, you have to go hard in the paint, and that's something we saw as Isaiah Thomas trying to do early. You have to continue to attack the basket if you're NAU.
Richardson attacks the basket right there, goes off the left side of the iron and gets it to go. Ryan Richardson playing in his home state. Possibly, probably, in all likelihood, the last time as a Division I college basketball player, the senior. Here's Carl Harris, who dropped a career-high 23 points in the Thursday night loss to Idaho State. He's in the game. Ruben Fumba's coming to the game as well for Jack Murphy. 10 to shoot. Harris, little push shot in the lane, good. First shot of the game, good from Carl Harris.
I talked about it in the open, Mitch. He has to get into the paint and drive the basket, and that's his area that he's most probable to score in, and he starts off good there.
10-6 lead for the Wildcats. They've got the ball right to left. Harding feeds it into the paint to Richardson. We've got a foul called.
That's such a bad play there by Ruben Fumba, but he's going down.
Oh, Fumba's down.
He seems to be hurt, so at first I was going to say that's a bad foul because literally he saw the steal happen right in front of him and pushes off on the opposing player, but now he's going down. I think he may have been trying to brace himself going to the ground.
Let's see if we can catch it on the replay. There you see Fumba.
He pushes off a Chapman right there and now flexing the knee, but he stays in the game, so we're going to go back to my initial. And I'm going to call that a bad foul. In
all of Weber State's 10 points so far in this game have come in the paint. All of 10 of them. And this is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. There's a three-shot.
Beautiful set piece off the inbound. You get the screen going there. You get Harding wide open, and he's going to knock that one down 9 times out of 10.
See what happens when I pull out a stat like that? They go ahead and make me look bad. 13-6 lead, Wildcats. Harris, 3-shot corner, in and out, no good. Tapped out and picked up by Torrey Johnson.
That's the battle NAU needs to win, is on the glass. It was a good shot. Nice quick ball movement there by NAU on the offensive set, though.
Now Harris drives down the right side of the lane, throws up an air bank, no good. Jarek Harding back the other way, doesn't have the numbers. And he'll pull back and wait for some help. 13-6 lead for the Wildcats. Kozak skips it over. Touch pass out front, Chapman.
NAU doing a nice job defensively, locking down the perimeter right now. 10 more they got to hold off on.
They hedge out on Harding. They get it to the free throw line. Chapman short on the jump shot, no good. And we got a foul on the loose ball. Again, Fumba goes down. This will go against the Wildcats. And Mike Kozak picks up the personal foul. His first, team 2 at the 13:03 mark as you watch again on the replay. Hey fans, don't forget, go all out when you go RVing. Make plans to see your team outscore, outshoot, and outplay at every game this season. Plan your epic RV road trip at GoRVing.com. The Bishop goes over to Torrey Johnson on the left side. Drives down to the baseline, throws up a little shot from about 7-8 foot. Won't go, but he draws a foul. This will put him in the line.
Nice aggressive move to the bucket there by Torrey Johnson. Good job drawing the contact here. We see he kind of goes into Harding there. Gets a little elbow to the chops.
It is.
But fortunately gets the home call, if you want to call it that.
And Randy Ray, head coach of the Wildcats, is trying to kind of demonstratively demonstrate to the official tonight why he feels the way that you were just kind of alluding to. First free throw is good. Referee tonight, Jimmy Cassis. Umpire, Jason Horsley and Aaron Schlesinger. And at the line is Torrey Johnson. He has been lighting it up. Close to 19 points per game his last 5. Bricks out that second free throw, no good.
That's an area that he's pretty consistent in, 75% from the line, but there goes 1 for 2.
Doc Nelson into the game, running the point. He has been really good the last several games. Dusty Baker, another good passer along with Nelson. Here's Harding, 3-shot right angle, good. Now they're finding a little bit through Harding. A little bit of range from outside the arc. It's a 16-7 lead.
Well, there's only so much that NAU can do when Weber State is working the ball that quickly. Pass after pass, like lightning, and wide open was Harding from beyond the arc. Back-to-back threes he taken.
Carlos Hines into the game. There's the Bishop trying to get in on Braxton. Can't get that to go underneath. To Dusty Baker. Baker, bounce pass up court. Harding for the layup, good. Oh, timeout, Jack Murphy. Man, what a feed in transition from Dusty Baker. That looked somewhat Steve Nash-ish with that bounce pass in transition.
Give the credit to him right there, threading the needle. A perfect look up court in transition. And that's where they're known to beat teams, is in transition or the set piece. Watch out for that three-point shot.
Timeout on the court right now, and NAU taking the timeout down 18-7. NAU scoreless, no field goals, pardon me, in their last 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Hey fans, this copyrighted telecast is the property of the Big Sky Conference and Lumberjack Sports Properties, LLC, under rights granted by Northern Arizona University. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or other designation or use of this telecast or any part of it without the expressed written consent of the Big Sky Conference and Lumberjack Sports Properties, LLC, is prohibited. Got that little legal bit of work in as you look at Jack Murphy in the huddle there, Zach Warhack, with the grease board, trying to design something up here to kind of solve the issue with their offense right now at the 12-minute mark. Lumberjacks have 7 points on the board, trailing 18-7.
Got to get something going if you're Jack Murphy, and we took a look at the replay of the pass coming in from Dusty Baker, and that's an area where Weber State will get to you. They average just over 14 assists per game. They already have 4 so far in this matchup, to where NAU, they've knocked down 3 buckets, no assists on those. You can't work off the bounce the whole game.
You know, this looks like they've taken immediate timeout here. And I wonder if maybe we should have also taken immediate. Kind of wondering about that because this has gone beyond the 30-second timeout range. We may have to get kind of caught up on that issue.
Well, if not, we're here right now. You like to talk. I know
I
can talk. You know, we can have a little bit of a conversation, and so are the guys in that starting 5 for Weber State, except for Doc Nelson. You know, him coming off the bench, and you talk about him. He's the energy. He can spark the team.
Oh, no doubt about it. And he has been lighting it up in Big Sky Conference play, shooting 62% from the field, 64% from beyond the arc, 84% at the line in Big Sky Conference play. Weber State University in Ogden, Utah, the base of the Wasatch Front. Founded back in 1889, nearly 28,000 in attendance who go to that school, undergraduate, in Ogden, Utah. Ogden, Utah, about 86,000 people live in Ogden, Utah, making it the 4th largest city in the state of Utah. The Weber County seat, the home, of course, Hill Air Force Base, and the IRS Processing Center, where your checks go to Uncle Sam when you live out in this part of the country. 18-7 lead. NAU with the ball left to right. Harris drives, floater, short. Brakat Chapman sucked that rebound in like his arm was a vacuum cleaner hose. Weber State with the ball right to left. Dump down, layup no good, but Chapman draws a foul.
He had trouble corralling that pass. It was bobbling around for a little bit, and Corey Brown had the advantage defensively, but a little bit too much contact. As you see, they both go into one another, and the offensive player is going to get the call there most likely, and Chapman does.
Foul called on Corey Brown, who was not available to play on Thursday night against Idaho State, serving a 1-game suspension for an internal matter. Chapman's first free throw is good. NAU is 0 for 4 in their last 4 shots from the field. NAU Athletics says thanks to these hotel partners for their support. Twin Arrows Casino Resort, Little America Hotel Flagstaff, Doubletree by Hilton Flagstaff, and Sonesta ES Suites. Free throw's good. 20-7 lead. NAU is experiencing what might be known as a scoring drought.
And oftentimes you see it in games, they're down by double digits already, and that's something we talked about earlier on. It's so hard to play from behind, and that's what NAU finds themselves doing far too often.
Little's off the ball screen. His 3 shots too strong. Long rebound chased down by Carlos Hines. Drives the rim. And Weber State looking for a charge.
I think they're going to get
And
it.
they got it.
Yep.
Offensive foul on Carlos Hines. Look who takes it.
Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker does a little bit of everything. That senior out of Coto de Casa, California. Playing in his 90th game. Started his career at Saddleback Junior College in Orange County. 1 year there. The Gauchos were California Community College champions, and Dusty Baker was the tournament MVP.
It's a good little resume there.
Not bad. Nelson to Kozak. Skips it over to Baker. He'll take that open 3-shot and knock it down a lot.
Oh, he'll take the charge and take the shot.
He's a 46% three-point shooter. And very, very, very good if you leave him open like that. Corey Brown runs down the right side of the lane, throws it off the glass, good.
There it is. Get it going in the paint if you're NAU, but you have to stay strong defensively. Just fell asleep on that last possession. Didn't mark Dusty Baker, and he made him pay.
That broke the scoring drought for the Lumberjacks, down 23-9, and we've got a foul on the deck on Torrey Johnson in front of the Lumberjack bench. Jarek Harding draws foul, or rather Doc Nelson.
He was trying to go to work against Torrey Johnson, and it was a smart play. He's got the agility. He's super quick off the dribble, and he was trying to get to the basket. Torrey Johnson just caught a little bit too far behind.
Here's Doc Nelson. Ricky is his first name. Ricky Doc Nelson. Redshirt freshman out of Houston, Texas. So we've got a foul away from the play down low. And the foul going against big Zach Braxton, I believe. Illegal pick. Yep. And when a guy the size of Braxton picks you off the play defensively at 6'9", 250, you feel it for about 3 days.
I'm not sure if these guys do. They're used to the contact, but if you were out there, Mitch,
I'd feel it for a month.
Maybe the rest of our lives.
Corey Brown, jump hook from the baseline, good. Corey Brown showing a little bit of nice soft hands with the right hand. A little bit about a 7-footer.
That's where you have to win the battle, is on the interior. NAU's not going to be able to shoot from beyond the arc, and we saw points come from Carl Harris inside, and now Corey Brown back-to-back buckets.
23-11 lead for the Wildcats. There's Baker off the ball screen from Kozak. Oh, nice pass back to Kozak. Here's Braxton in his favorite spot, the left block. They force him off that with the double D. Nice pass out for an open three. Long, no good. Richardson. Long rebound. Richardson throws it up good.
Jack Murphy is not going to be happy with Chris Bowling on that last play. He watched the three-shot go up and hit the back of the iron and did not box out on the shooter. You always have to mark the shooter when rebounding.
25-11 lead now for the Wildcats. NAU with the ball left to right. And it goes to Corey Brown. See if he tries to, back down. Kozak now the face-up turnaround jump shot, way too strong. Baker, a great passer, brings it up court the left side. Hands it over to Richardson. Dobson High School product right there, number 22 for the Wildcats. Kozak, uncontested three. Brick, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Thomas.
Weber State isn't shooting well from beyond the arc, which is uncharacteristic. They're 3 for 9 so far. So if you're NAU, you need to score some buckets on the other side of things when you're bringing down those rebounds.
These three-point percentages have not been good for either of these teams, as Torrey Johnson just simply throws that one away. Back into the game comes Jarek Harding. That guy right there, the leading scorer in the Big Sky Conference. 21.5 points per game. Dropped 17 points on the Lumberjacks back in January when the Wildcats won by 40.
Well, you talk about his points per game. That's overall. He's bumped those up even a little bit more in conference. He's hitting 22.6 per game, and he just has the ability to take over.
35, close to 36% of the Weber State shots have come off of that guy with the ball, Harding. That is fifth best of any player, the fifth most of any player in the NCAA Division I ranks, as that ball goes out of bounds off of NAU. Only 4 other players take a larger percentage of their team shots than Jarek Harding does for Weber State. Inbound to Braxton. Don't forget, you can email us, Wildcat Nation. I know you're out there. I want to hear from you. Keep it short and sweet. Lumberjack Talk at nau.edu. Kozak. Back out to Braxton. Oh, Braxton showing a mid-range game right there on an 18-footer. Lumberjack Talk at nau.edu, or tweet at me or Zach Warhack at Mitch Stroman. What's your Twitter handle again, Zhack?
Zhack16.
Zhack16 at Zhack16. 10 to shoot. Torrey Johnson, we got a foul being called. Offensive foul.
On Brooks to Bishop, I believe.
Yep. Timeout, 7:38 mark. 27-11 lead for Weber State. You're watching Big Sky Conference basketball presented by Learfield.
Meet 2 of your neighbors. They shared a dream.
My dream was to become a mother. I want a family. My ability to have a child was severely impaired by my morbid obesity.
Lindsay enrolled in a comprehensive weight loss surgery program.
I got to my goal weight. My husband and I got the big news that we were going to have a baby. I am just ecstatic. Life couldn't get any better. I owe it all to this surgery.
Give us an hour and we'll show you how to change your life.
Share your story. Join the conversation and live the lumberjack life.
For those who want to speak a global language. Those who know that business can move societies and change the way people interact. Come to NAU. Here, you can see the world from an entirely new vantage point, and you'll change the way the world sees you. Choose NAU. Choose you.
Welcome back to the Sky Dome. Weber State currently leading NAU 27-11, but you take a look at that. Louis the Lumberjack and the Phoenix Suns Gorilla. Momentum and energy is hot here in the Sky Dome tonight, and we'll see if it'll motivate the Jacks for a comeback.
Quinn, thanks very much. A lot of people out there, you may not know this perhaps, but NAU, Northern Arizona University, and the Phoenix Suns have a very deep and intimate educational partnership. It's been the case now for the past couple of years. And the Suns and the Lumberjacks are tied in at the hip for educational purposes. It's been a great relationship for both the Suns and Northern Arizona University. Great to see the Phoenix Suns Gorilla and also the Phoenix Suns cheerleaders are here, all for just some fun up in Northern Arizona. Weber State leading 27-11. They've got the ball going right to left. Baker with the dribble on the angle. Now to Harding. 3 to shoot. Harding in and out, no good. Harding, I think, wanted a foul on the shot. Not going to get it.
No, that was good defense by Gino Littles. He knew he was going up with it. Shot clock winding down. Had to contest. No contact there.
Steal. Baker. Run out. Baker waits for help. Trailer. Richardson. 3-shot. Good. Wow.
Well, that's Dusty Baker's vision right there, and the scouting and the game plan going to work. He knows NAU likes to work off the dribble handoff. As you see it again, come right there, read it like a book and took it the other way.
It's a 30-11 lead now for the Wildcats. Bowling, that's an NBA 3, and it's an air ball. No good. Richardson comes back the other way. It's a Baker, 3-shot. Falls off the iron, no good.
Well, it's not the shot that Chris Bowling wanted to take last position. Is now he's 0 for his last 12, dating all the way back to last Thursday against the Bengals. He went 0 for 10 in that one.
Littles drives into the lane. Oh, nice leaner, good, and one. A little bit of life there from Gino Littles, the graduate transfer. Graduated from University of Texas, San Antonio. Coming back home to Arizona for his graduate year. Foul was called against the Wildcats' Jarek Harding. Reaching up, as you can see on the replay. Harding's second, team 5. Littles went to Desert Mountain High School in Phoenix. The Wolves, and his dad, Gene, of course, great ABA player with the Kentucky Colonels, ABA champs. Littles can't make that free throw. Falls off the iron, no good. His dad, Gene Littles, was a head coach in the NBA. And a double team on Dusty Baker and a timeout call.
That's the defense going to work for NAU right there.
Are we going to take a break here as well at the 6-minute mark? Folks in the truck? Nope. Okay, we're keeping it right here.
Like
30 to 13 lead. Go ahead.
Like we were talking about, though, Mitch, it comes down to the pressure defense that NAU has to deploy if you're going to stop Weber State. If they get out in transition quick, they're going to make you pay. And right there, the double down.
All right, we'll take a break at the 6:01 mark. 30 to 13 lead, Weber State. This is Lumberjack Basketball presented by Learfield.
You know the best thing about Raising Cane's? Well, we have fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers. We also have extra long crinkle-cut fries. Then there's our crisp coleslaw and Texas toast. And, of course, you can't forget about our totally craveable cane sauce. But while all those things are definitely tasty, the best thing about Raising Cane's is simple. We don't make it until you're ready to eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Find a location near you by visiting raisingcanes.com. At some point in our lives, we all are touched by cancer.
It was the scariest day of my life.
I had no clue what to do or where to turn.
Fortunately, I found my answer close to home. The team of cancer specialists at the Cancer Centers of Northern Arizona Healthcare.
With locations in Flagstaff and Sedona, world-class, compassionate cancer care is right in your backyard. We're in this together.
Watch your Lumberjacks take on the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds February 10th at 2 p.m. on NAU TV.
See the stories of Northern Arizona University. Watch Inside NAU Mondays at 6:30 p.m. and on demand at nau-tv.com.
Welcome back to live action. NAU after a turnover. Back the other way. Harris Fumba has the ball underneath. And we got a foul in the paint. While we were gone, Zach Braxton hit a nice little baby jump hook in the middle of the lane. NAU came back down the other way. An offensive foul on Ruben Fumba was essentially a turnover for NAU. And then a turnover for Weber State leading to that play you just saw right there. We apologize for missing a little bit of the live action there.
That was almost a miscue for NAU right there. Chris Bowling trying to get flashy and throw up an alley-oop to Carl Harris. That's not what you need right now in this stage of the game when you're trailing 32-13.
That foul was called against Ryan Richardson of Weber State, leading 32-13. Here's Chris Bowling. Into the lane, a step through, laying up, finger roll, no good. Look at Brooks DeBishop on the offensive glass. Throw one up, no good. And DeBishop draws a foul at the 4:54 mark. Brooks DeBishop has been unbelievable on the glass. A true sophomore out of West Lynn, Oregon. He's averaging 11.2 rebounds per game in his last 5. And he's tied with Weber State's Zach Braxton as the number 2 guy in the Big Sky Conference in rebounds per game at 7.8 this season. But this is where he struggles at the line. And I say that, and he knocks the free throw down. Outstanding. 47% this season, and he knocks down the first one.
Coming off of a huge game, though. 10 points, 18 rebounds against the Bengals. He was
Say that number again.
18 rebounds.
What's special about that number?
Well, it's the best in the Big Sky this season, Mitch. It's something phenomenal, and he was going to work, and that's something NAU needs tonight. They're failing to box out early and often right now as they're losing the rebound battle 14-9.
Second free throw from DeBishop, no good. Weber State leading 32-14. There's Richardson over to Nelson. Dribble handoff to Dusty Baker. Bounce pass in the Braxton to the rim, good. That's great ball movement. Points off of turnovers. It is now +8 in favor of the Wildcats.
That's
wow.
A strong man right there in Braxton, I'll tell you what. Doing big work in the paint.
20-point lead for the Wildcats. Here's Bowling. Into DeBishop in the right block. Braxton forces him off. DeBishop, they rotate it to Harris, 9 to shoot. Pull up, good, Carl Harris. Former NAU Lumberjack women's basketball player Aubrey Davis dropping in the first email tonight. Work the ball inside, she writes.
That's what I've been saying all night, Mitch.
As that ball's tipped out of bounds by Chris Bowling. Thought he was going to come right into my grill here, courtside. Looks like we're going to take a timeout at the 3:59 mark. Weber State leading NAU 34-16. You're watching Big Sky Conference basketball presented by Learfield.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Dre.
We're with Naked Mobile.
And this is Wonder Love. There you go.
Come on in.
These are good.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
Yep, pretty sure. Wubby wub.
Smells like great phone service.
That's Naked Mobile.
There's so much more to love. More winning, more variety, more pampering, more excitement.
Want to treat yourself to a big getaway without having to go away? You can at Twin Arrows Casino Resort, just east of Flagstaff. Twin Arrows is the perfect place for a big night out. And the best part is, it's right in your backyard.
There's so much more to love at Twin Arrows Casino Resort.
Scoring leaders of the Big Sky Conference, Jarek Harding leading the league, and he's number 17 in the nation at 21.5 points per game. And Ryan Richardson, the Dobson High School product, Chandler, Arizona, number 17 in the league. JoJo Anderson, number 21, Lumberjacks leading scorer, not available tonight for the 4th consecutive game, nursing a hip flexor injury. He's now missed 4 games in a row in street clothes on the Lumberjack bench. Mitch Stroman along with Zach Warhack, Quinn Snyder courtside. 34-16 lead for the Wildcats. They've got the ball right to left. Dusty Baker to Kozak. It's at the Nelson. Nelson, the runner floater through the lane, no good. Rebounded by Bowling. Outlet to Gino Littles.
Nice job by NAU right there. They had 3 bodies on the glass, able to take down that rebound, not give a second chance opportunity to the Wildcats.
NAU averages the fewest assists per game in the Big Sky. They have 1 assist tonight. That's it, just 1. Here's Bowling, 3-shot, bang.
They make it 2 on the night.
Another 1AZ Credit Union three-pointer. 1AZ Credit Union, let's bank together. Finally, I could go bang.
Well, also you can go bang right there for the first time in 2 games for Chris Bowling. Because that's got to be a confidence booster.
Forced out of bounds on the baseline by Chris Bowling. Ball off of Bowling. Anna Simpson watching on Pluto TV, channel 239, the Northern Arizona University dedicated content channel on Pluto. Enjoying the play-by-play, and she writes, "Go Cats." Anna, thanks for that email. lumberjacktalk@nau.edu. And thanks for dialing us up on Pluto TV, the exclusive streaming partner of Big Sky Conference Sports. Here's Richardson. Oh, nice move for Baker to create his own space. He faked right, dribbled 1 step to the left, and then opened up and knocks down a triple. 37-19 lead. Wildcats in control here late in the first half. 2:30 to go until halftime. NAU with the ball left to right, 13 to shoot. Littles drives. Falls off the iron on the runner, no good. Whistle though, foul. Foul's going against Weber State. Was it on the deck or in the act of shooting? Braxton's going to pick up the foul. I say that's in the act of shooting.
I think it is, and that should be what the call is. And yeah, 2 shots going to be called out here.
Greetings from O-Town, writes Pat. Great job on the broadcast. Here's to hoping, he writes, anyone but Montana wins the conference this year. Smack talk on the Grizz from Pat Smith. Pat, that's a good team in Missoula. Hey, they won today on the road. They beat North Dakota 72-67. The Grizz are now 11-0 in Big Sky play, the only undefeated team left, and they're 18-5 overall. They are good. Free throw's good. Now NAU will go into their trap after the made free throws. Down 37-21. 2:15 to go until halftime. Baker into the lane, kick out. Kozak, 3, no.
There's just so many threats on the floor for the Wildcats that once NAU goes and doubles someone else, the ball's getting kicked out immediately.
Torrey Johnson pleading his case for a foul and an and one. But he got the shot to go. Lumberjacks starting to chip away a little bit here at that 20-point lead. Baker drives baseline. Well, how about that pass to Jordan Dallas and the finish? Are you kidding me? Was that a behind-the-back job?
It was behind the back from the baseline.
I told you, we got the Phoenix Suns gorilla and the cheerleaders in the house. That was Steve Nash-like.
He's trying to make it like I'm doing a pretty good job so far.
Corey Brown backing in. Dallas gets the little baby hook shot to go. 39-25, 1:20 to go until halftime. Here's Baker. Nelson, Baker, a lot of passing, Richardson, 15 to shoot, back to Baker, left side. And it goes to Dallas. Nice defense on the block, Corey Brown. Kick out, Baker, 8 to shoot. Baker, 3-shot, falls off the iron, no good. Under a minute to go. 39-25 lead. Weber State, runner. Littles falls off the iron, no good. Corey Brown fighting for it. In traffic, he's going to draw foul.
You see where NAU's going to work, and it's been most effective for them in this game in the paint. They got 14 of their 25 coming from there, and it gives them the opportunity to go to the line. Good physical, aggressive move there by Corey Brown to grab the board, go directly back in with it. Don't dilly-dally with it.
Coming up at halftime on the television side, Quinn Snyder will have an interview live with Josh Johnson, the athletic trainer for NAU basketball on the men's side, and talk about athletic training in general as Corey Brown misses the first free throw and how it's a lot more than just taping ankles and running out on the court when somebody twists a knee. There's a lot to being an athletic trainer, and Josh Johnson will join our Quinn Snyder at halftime. Dave Zorn will have our radio halftime as we separate out the radio and television side. Corey Brown cannot make either free throw. Down to about 40 seconds to go in a 39-25 lead. Into the front court, Baker. Over to Nelson. Over to Richardson. Pull up from the baseline. Richardson is short. Rebounded by Chris Bowling. NAU can hold a little bit here. There's about a 1 second or so differential between the shot and the game clock. It looks like that's what they're doing. They're spreading it out.
Yep. Gino's going to take this one at the point, and they're going to wait to work this play till it lasts about 10 seconds.
13 on the timer. Torrey Johnson back out to Bowling. 10 on the timer. Now it's Torrey Johnson. Over to Carl Harris. 7 on the timer. Now 5 seconds. Torrey Johnson 4. Drives through the lane by Kozak. Gets the layup to go with about 3.5 seconds to go. And Weber will not get a shot off. And finally, NAU gets a little positive. If they've got it in them to lose when they lead at halftime. Because let me tell you something. They're perfect this season when they lead at the half. They are 13-0 this season, leading at halftime. That's pretty darn good, Zach Warhack.
Jack Murphy's going to have to coach just a heck of a second half, and his team's going to have to execute in every aspect of the game. But I think you need to start right now by driving to the basket.
NAU has the first possession of the second half, going now right to left across the radio dial. Bowling to Torrey Johnson, 10 to shoot. They skip it over to Littles. 8 to shoot into the lane, kick out Bowling. 3-shot. No. Tapped out, and it goes into the hands of Weber State's Ryan Richardson. For the radio listeners, Weber State now going from left to right across the radio dial. They've got it into the front court. Their first possession of the second half. Harding, Richardson, catch, shoot, 3, good. That's what he loves. He loves corner threes especially, but if he's got a little space like that, catch and shoot, bang. Here's the Bishop.
Well, it was pretty simple. Richardson created his own separation on that last play. Off-ball movement. Chris Bowling lost him, and it was easy.
DeBishop's capable from 3, but that's short. Rebounded by Brakat Chapman. It's funny. Chapman in the first half, 2 points for the Wildcats. And Chapman this season coming in, 10 points total in the first half in the last 8 games. That basket's good. And that's Richardson again, playing in his home state as a Division I basketball player, probably for the last time in his career.
Playing big in this one in the first half, and then right now with those quick 2 buckets in the second, he's already at 14 points.
Torrey Johnson sees a seam, drives north-south through the lane, draws a foul.
Chapman looking at the official in disgust. He thought he got all ball. The contact was equal, but instead, Johnson can work his way over to the free throw line.
First team foul, there's the contact and the foul. Carlos just sent us in an email, watching tonight on the CW6 in Phoenix. Go Jacks, hello to Quinn, and keep up the good work, folks. You got a fan in Phoenix, Quinn Snyder, from Carlos. There's free throw short, no good. Look at it again, there's contact, a little bit of body.
It was certainly there.
Torrey Johnson, second free throw, good. Caleb Jepson enjoying Jarek Harding and the Cats from Richmond, Virginia tonight. Go Wildcat Nation from Caleb. Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. Great to hear from you, Cat fans. Glad you're on board here on Pluto TV, channel 239. Here's Harding, pull up, good. Very accurate shooter. Oh my goodness, is he good. The lefty. 46-28 lead. Weber State, they led by as many as 20 in the first half. There's the handoff to Bowling and over to Littles. Littles, deep 3. Tapped out, goes to Torrey Johnson. Spin, drive, Johnson in traffic. Can't get it to go. Great defense in the paint. Kick out, Richardson, 3-shot, too long.
NAU has to do a better job in transition defense there. Although the shot is missed by Richardson, he had an open look. It was a nice play to pass it back to the trailer in Dusty Baker, and then he got it right back with an open look at 3.
Littles into Corey Brown, facing up on Zach Braxton, now driving in on him. Right-handed shot, no good. Gets his own missed shot up to the rim, stick back good.
Just an effort play overall there by Corey Brown, and he's one that you'll get a lot of that out of him. He works really hard in practice, puts in the extra time, and you see it right there.
16-point lead for the Wildcats. They've got the ball left to right. Harding to Kozak over on the near side to our position. Kozak drive. That was an interesting acrobatic move underneath the basket. Draws a whistle.
Well, he had an open lane to it. There was miscommunication coming off of the pick and roll. Bowling, he went with the man with the ball instead of trailing Kozak, and he had a wide open look at the lane, draws the contact.
Kozak's a big kid, 6'8", 220. True freshman out of Pilsen in the Czech Republic. Inside-outside guy. He will shoot threes. He's 50% from deep in conference. Coach Ray says he's got a high basketball IQ. Free throw one, drops in good.
Well, the reason he has such a good basketball IQ, you talked about him being from the Czech Republic. He played on the U18 Czech national team back in 2016, so he has experience playing against good players overseas.
He's got nice soft hands. He's a good free throw shooter, 81% this season, 5.5 boards per game, 6 points per game. Second free throw, good. There you see his numbers. Chris with the email. Chris Check, it's always a pleasure to hear three-shot bang. Well, thank you, Chris. And go Wildcats, Chris writes. And best to the Lumberjacks after tonight. Chris, thanks for that email. Really appreciate that. Thoughtful. Thank you. Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. 15 to shoot for NAU. Here's Carlos Hines into the game. Hines, 10 to shoot. Cut off by Harding. Here's Corey Brown trying to work in the paint on Braxton. They're going to wait a shot off. And Jimmy Cassis is going to call a foul on the deck in the paint. And this will be against big Zach Braxton.
Well, Corey Brown, he's working really hard. He goes a nice hard dribble, then kind of drifts over to the right side, and Braxton was coming with him, but he was moving. He wasn't completely vertical. Gets the push there, and that's where the foul is going to be called. Corey Brown having himself a good night with 8 points so far.
After having to sit a game out on a one-game suspension, he has been strong tonight for NAU. Lumberjacks down 18, 16-18 mark. Here's Corey Brown, wants to go in again on Braxton. Kick out, Johnson, three-shot. Nope, no bang there. And on the loose ball, we got a foul against NAU.
See, but that's what happens when you attack the paint. And if you're Jack Murphy, you need to call plays. Him or Matt Dunn, I know Coach Dunn, he likes to run the offense and call the plays, but you have to keep attacking the basket because you saw two defenders go and trail towards Corey Brown, and the open look was on the kick out to Torrey Johnson. He just didn't knock down the shot.
From the O-Town in Ogden, Matthew Thorpe. Watch the women beat the NAU Lumberjack women tonight at the D Event Center. As you look at the points in the paint, pretty close. At the Destruction Zone, student section having a blast watching the game tonight. At WSU Destruction Zone on Twitter. Here's Baker off the pump fake in the drive, 10 to shoot. Out the Harding, he's open, three-shot good. You cannot allow that guy to have that kind of space on the arc. He's just too good.
It's lazy defense. NAU got broke right there. Torrey Johnson drifted too far towards the baseline, and wide open was Harding.
Here's Hines. Out front to Torrey Johnson. Drive, pull up in the lane, good. Torrey Johnson showing some nice athleticism on that one. Matthew Thorpe, thank you for the email. Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. I'm definitely give the student section a shout out there in Ogden, Utah. The O-Town up at the top of Utah. Harding working off some ball screens from Dallas. Over to Kozak. And off to Doc. Doc to Kozak. Kozak down low. Kozak off the window. Kozak good.
Just such a beautiful passing team the Wildcats are. It looks like a picture being drawn every time they have an offensive possession. They find the quick passes, maybe get a skip or an open man off the bounce, and you see it there in Kozak.
Harris into the game to DeBishop. DeBishop tried an interior pass out. It's intercepted by Harding. In transition, nice 360 move, then a no-look and a touch pass. Corner, open three-shot, Dusty Baker, good. That's enough. Timeout, NAU, Jack Murphy. We'll take a break. 14:30 mark. Weber State has extended the lead to 56-32 here in Flagstaff. This is Big Sky Conference basketball presented by Learfield.
This isn't just any place. It's where our dreams live, where our hearts shine. It's our home. It's no surprise, then, that the Heart and Vascular Center of Northern Arizona created an exceptional program, providing you the best heart care in the region. An award-winning team of physicians and nurses brings world-class heart and vascular care right to your backyard. Treating you as our family is at the heart of everything we do.
When you come out here, it's like going to a concert. Doing yoga in the Red Rocks creates an experience that helps keep you present. It's where I belong. Yoga helped me to evolve, kind of creates that mental connection to nature. With Northern Arizona University, I share this kinship with people who are looking to expand themselves. Hopefully we can take what we've learned here and put it into the world. My name's Devin Hubbard, and we are NAU.
For those who want to run to the challenge. those who want to face the future on their terms. Come to NAU. Our honors college recognizes potential and will help you realize yours, and you'll open up an entire world of possibility. Choose NAU. Choose you.
Welcome back. It's a 56-32 lead. Weber State over Northern Arizona. Look at that guy right there. All-time Big Sky coaching wins. He's chasing down the record. Mick Durham, the longtime head coach in Bozeman, Montana, with 246. Randy Ray, number 2 on the all-time list. But if he keeps going the way they're going right now, he'll set that record before the end of the regular season. One of the great coaches in the Big Sky Conference's history, 4-time Big Sky Conference Coach of the Year. In his 12th season, 242 wins, 135 losses. His winning percentage in Big Sky games, unbelievable, 74.4%. 148 wins and just 51 losses. Wow.
Such a good program, and they're here to stay for years and years. You know, when a team succeeds like they do, the recruiting class just goes up, and they're going to keep getting great athletes and continuing to succeed.
12 to shoot. And Isaiah Thomas works it in the paint, too strong, no good, batted around, and Harding gets the rebound. Here comes the Big Sky Conference's leading scorer, the trailer, Baker. There's the pump fake. He loves the pump fake. You got to stay down on the pump fake with that guy, Dusty Baker. Richardson backs off on the drive on the baseline. 15 to shoot. Over to Baker. Dribble handoff. No, he keeps it. And draws a foul on the deck. I think it's against... Is it against Harris?
I think it is.
Yep.
That was a continuation foul right there, so no shots taken.
Another timeout here, 13:46 mark. 56-32 Wildcat lead Flagstaff. You're watching Big Sky Conference basketball presented by Learfield.
At Northern Arizona University,
it's possible to find your voice.
It's possible to explore.
It's possible to achieve.
It's possible to imagine.
It's possible to define our future.
It's possible to make a difference.
At Northern Arizona University, possibilities are a principle we believe in.
What's possible for you?
At Northern Arizona University, we see possibility in every direction.
Share your story. Join the conversation and live the lumberjack life.
Watch your Lumberjacks take on the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds February 10th at 2 p.m. on NAU TV.
See the stories of Northern Arizona University. Watch Inside NAU Mondays at 6:30 p.m. and on demand at nau-tv.com.
You're watching the Emmy Award-winning NAU TV.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sky Dome in Flagstaff, Arizona. Mitch Stroman, Zach Warhack, Quinn Snyder is our courtside reporter. Weber State leading 56-32. And some shooting from deep. That's all about Weber State. Look at the top 5 all-time in Weber State basketball history. Number 3, of course, the great Damian Lillard, who's now an all-star in the NBA. And Ryan Richardson, number 5 on the all-time list of made three-point shots for that guy. Head coach Randy Ray. Climbing up into the all-time top 5, Jeremy Singlin. That guy, Jeremy Singlin, also holds the Big Sky's all-time record for made threes. 10 to shoot for Weber. Here's Harding. In the lane. How about that crafty move? I tell you, he's crafty in the paint.
He was just double-teamed right there by Isaiah Thomas as well as Hines, and he just split both of them easily. That's nothing ever should happen like that.
Harris. Contact foul. Offensive. Charging. Carl Harris picks up the charging call at the 13-17 mark with the Lumberjacks down now 58-32. 26-point deficit, biggest of the game.
Harris subbed out after that last one. He's already got 3 fouls on the night.
Here's Harding through the pressure, back to Doc Nelson. That's a pretty good backcourt right there. Nelson and Harding and Baker too. Baker incredibly good with the basketball, strong. Here's Harding, corner three, spins in good. And it's starting to get away from NAU now here at the 12:52 mark, 61-32 lead. Weber State on a 10-0 run and a 15-2 run as well.
There's just a confidence and an aura around this Wildcat team. Whenever any of them let go of the basketball, everyone thinks it's going to go in.
There comes the hard hedge from Dallas. Over to Carlos Hines, 5 to shoot. They got to find somebody. Hines going to go baseline drive. Oh, reverse layup. Ow, that was a great move by Carlos Hines off the bounce. The true freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. Baker probes with that dribble, then backs out with it. NAU going with their pack line zone. Nice little defensive play inside the pack line with Chris Bowling. Steal. Johnson to the rim. No good, but draws a foul. He'll get to the line at the 11:58 mark.
Nice job by Chris Bowling there. That one's set up right there by him. 15 steals on the season. And that's a big one right there.
Timeout, 11:58 mark. Wildcats 61, Lumberjacks 34. In Flagstaff, you're watching some Big Sky Conference basketball presented by Learfield.
For those who want to speak a global language. Those who know that business can move societies and change the way people interact. Come to NAU. Here, you can see the world from an entirely new vantage point, and you'll change the way the world sees you. Choose NAU. Choose you.
When you come out here, it's like going to a concert. Doing yoga in the Red Rocks creates an experience that helps keep you present. It's where I belong. Yoga helped me to evolve, kind of creates that mental connection to nature. With Northern Arizona University, I share this kinship with people who are looking to expand themselves. Hopefully we can take what we've learned here and put it into the world. My name's Devin Hubbard, and we are NAU.
Make the world your stage. Be inspired to challenge your perspective and reveal your brilliance. Explore your vision to empower your story. Create your stage at Northern Arizona University's College of Arts and Letters. We see opportunity in every direction.
Welcome back to the Sky Dome. Another great Big Sky Conference voice of, on the radio side, Steve Klonke, three-time Utah Sportscaster of the Year, the voice of not only Weber State football and men's basketball, but also the Salt Lake Bees minor league baseball team. In fact, their season gets started here in a few weeks from now, and a good friend, Steve Klonke, and been around sportscasting in the Beehive State now for a long time. Great baseball play-by-play guy. Let's check in with Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what do you got for us courtside?
Mitch, 22 of NAU's 34 points have come in the paint tonight, and that's something that was emphasized. Yesterday in practice, one of the assistant coaches said if we don't start getting in the paint, people around this league are going to start saying we're allergic to it.
Oh, boy. Tori Johnson, first free throw good, second free throw good. Thank you, Quinn. And now some pressure. After that made free throw, look for NAU to go to 2-2-1. It's a three-quarter court zone trap. They get it in, nice passing to Doc Nelson. Weber State leading 61-36 with the ball. Left to right, here's Richardson. Having a good game here in his hometown state. Chandler product, there he is. Wants a deep three. Can't get that deep three. Rebounded by Corey Brown. This is Carlos Hines to Tori Johnson. Dumped down, Corey Brown. Ball fakes and travels. Easy peasy call to make. Fans, head over to NAU's historic North Campus. Try out the 1899 Bar and Grill. They have a great menu. Outstanding atmosphere. A lot of great wines, specialty cocktails, local beers, a lot of good ones. Students, they accept your dining dollars. 1899 Bar and Grill.
Need to be more decisive on that last play there if you're Corey Brown. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that. Either go up with it or kick it out.
I agree. Go for the dunk. Little deep shot, no good from Nelson. Carlos Hines, he's going to go attack. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dusty Baker. Nice try by Hines, attacking in transition.
But just look how good the Wildcats are at getting back in transition defense. They had 4 bodies back there to contest that.
Offensive foul on Doc Nelson driving baseline. And Corey Brown takes the charge.
Well, he's doing it all for the Jacks tonight. You know, he's having himself a real nice game and not afraid to take the contact. As we see here, Nelson comes into him, and Brown takes a hard hit there by the smaller Nelson, but he gets his team the basketball.
61-36 lead for Weber State. 10:45 mark here at Flagstaff. Littles looking for Brown, comes back out front to Torrey Johnson. 15 to shoot to the left side of Littles. Drives into the gap, kicks it back out Torrey Johnson. Step through, bank shot too strong, no good. Dusty Baker, here he comes. Baker to the trailer Harding. Oh my.
See how good he is off the bounce? Just a quick crossover through the legs and attacks Gino Littles. I mean, Gino's a really quick defender, but he just got beat there.
The former Kansas Gatorade High School Player of the Year out of Wichita Southeast High School with a great move off the bounce. NAU with the ball. Here's Hines. Try to get it in to Corey Brown, diving to the basket. Here's Harding. He'll attack again and pitch it back out to Baker, who saves it, turns around, fires a 3, and nails it.
Look at that recovery there by Dusty Baker. Such a sweet play. That pass is going out of bounds. Baker corrals it, does a 180, turns around, gets face towards the basket, puts it up, knocks it down.
A 30-point lead now for the Wildcats with 9:35 to go. Drive, Torrey Johnson gets the and one. Score it and put Torrey Johnson at the line.
Well, there's a positive you can take a peek at if you're the Jacks, but as for Harding, he's having himself a game as you see the contact there to Torrey Johnson. But Harding, I talked about it, he averages just about 22 in Big Sky Conference play. He's there tonight, got 22 and plenty of time left.
Fouls on Richardson is second. Torrey Johnson will go to the line. John watching the game from Palmdale, California, the dad of an NAU alum. And free throw good, 3-point play. Says he loves watching NAU sports, basketball, football, volleyball. He is a fan for life. Never a dull game. Go Jacks. John, thanks for the email. lumberjacktalk@nau.edu.
We'll see if the Wildcats attack Carl Harris right there. He's in foul trouble already, getting back onto the floor with 3, so we'll see if they drive at him.
Here's Baker on the wing left. Out front, Richardson. Gets off the ball screen from Harding. And as Doc Nelson cuts in on the baseline, Richardson pitched it out to the wing, and it went into the courtside seats.
That's not even really miscommunication between those two. It's just Richardson saw it a little bit too late. He thought he was staying stationary from the baseline, but Nelson cut in.
Look at Torrey Johnson again, going aggressively, attacking the rim in traffic, unafraid to do so, gets it to go. Torrey Johnson picking it up here a little bit, being much more aggressive.
That's the kind of an offensive team that NAU needs to become. They're not too successful shooting from the perimeter or even the mid-range game as there's a foul.
Got a foul being called on Weber State. And it looks like we are gathering for a timeout at the 8:49 mark. Are we taking a break? Full timeout being taken. And at the 8:49 mark. Are we staying right here? Folks in the truck, we're going to keep it right here at the 8:49 mark. Hey fans, Naked Mobile has unlimited talk and text plans starting at just $20 a month. Unlimited talk and text with coverage on America's best networks. Learn more by going to nakedmobile.com. Nakedmobile.com. Naked Mobile also available at all Cellular One stores, including out at the Flagstaff Mall. 3-shot. That's a bang. This is Harding, Jarek Harding. There's a reason why he is the 17th highest scorer in the country in Division I basketball at 21.5 points per game. And that's why.
I love how he crafts his game. You see him drive into the lane, and he can also knock down the mid-range and hit it from beyond the arc, and that's so deadly when you're a triple threat and can hit it from all areas of the court, and that's what Harding does so successfully. He's not afraid to attack the basket, and you love to see a player like that.
Lois Richens with the email, enjoying the broadcast. And of course, Lois, we do our homework here at NAU TV on both teams, not just NAU, but the Weber State Wildcats or anyone else that comes to town. Go Wildcats, she writes. Lois, thanks for the kind words and the email. lumberjacktalk@nau.edu. 66-41 lead. Wildcats in control here at the 8:40 mark, second half in Flagstaff. Trying to keep somehow pace with those incredible Grizzlies in Montana. You got a foul being called.
That one's on Chris Bowling. He was matched up against Dusty Baker, and just a little bit of a reach and put the contact to Baker.
Bowling picks up his second, team 5. There's Bowling.
Just a little bit of a shove. A nice sell there by Baker.
I'm not sure I would have called that one. Let him play a little bit. Here's Kozak. Dribble handoff to Harding. 10 to shoot. Ball screen Kozak. Kozak dives to the rim. They try to trap Harding. 6 to shoot. Over to Baker. Here's a 3-shot. I could see that was going to be good as soon as he released it. The great follow through, the rotation on the ball. The arc was perfect. Catch and shoot. Man, he is good.
But it started with Harding breaking the double team. What he did, Baker was the open man. Harding broke the double team between Brown as well as Torrey Johnson up top, and then they found the open man.
Here's Bowling. Bank shot too strong. Scooped up by Richardson on the rebound. 69-41 lead now for the Wildcats. Under 8 to go. Corner 3, Baker thought about it, now drives and draws a foul. That's crafty as well. He pump faked, thought about it, and then drove and drew a foul. We'll take a timeout. 7:45 mark. Jack Murphy not pleased. 69-41 lead for the Wildcats. This is Big Sky Basketball presented by Learfield.
There's so much more to love. More winning, more variety, more pampering, more excitement.
Want to treat yourself to a big getaway without having to go away? You can at Twin Arrows Casino Resort, just east of Flagstaff. Twin Arrows is the perfect place for a big night out. And the best part is, it's right in your backyard.
There's so much more to love at Twin Arrows Casino Resort.
Sports fans, bring the game to your living room. Watch Big Sky on Pluto TV. Live games from all your favorite college teams. Over 700 games airing live this year for free. Only on Pluto TV, including game highlights, press conferences, and weekly updates. Catch up on over 1,200 past games on WatchBigSky.com. Download the Pluto TV app to watch anytime, anywhere, on any device. Where greatness grows. Big Sky on Pluto TV. Watch for free today.
For those who want to speak a global language. Those who know that business can move societies and change the way people interact. Come to NAU. Here, you can see the world from an entirely new vantage point, and you'll change the way the world sees you. Choose NAU. Choose you.
And you see NAU's Louis the Lumberjack right there in his stats against the Phoenix Suns Gorilla. The Gorilla doesn't have any axes, but he sure does have a lot of bananas. The Lumberjack, though, only 30 years old against the Phoenix Suns, 37-year-old Gorilla.
I love it. I like the stats graphic right there between Louis the Lumberjack and the Phoenix Suns Gorilla. Dusty Baker nails at the free throw line this season, 89%. That hits nothing but net. Dusty Baker, again, he's in his 90th career game. Coto de Casa, California. Just a solid basketball player. Number 35 in the country in assist-to-turnover ratio at 2.7 assist-to-turnover ratio. As we look now, coming into the game, Brakat Chapman, another transfer. He played at Utah for 2 years, 71 games, including 35 as a true freshman. He was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Bowling draws a foul on the deck on the drive.
He was about to get beat there off the bounce by Chris Bowling. He had a nice move to the inside, but the foul stopped him from penetrating the lane any further.
7:34 mark. Foul's going to be called against Chapman, who is a little bit of a foul-prone guy. A 30-point lead for the Wildcats. Again, the Wildcats beat NAU earlier this season in Ogden, Utah at the D Event Center by 40. in January, early January. Here's Harris. Driving down the right side of the lane. Air bank again, no good. Rebound by big Zach Braxton.
When I talk about driving the paint, I mean getting a high percentage shot. That's not one there taken by Carl Harris. That was a prayer.
Here's Harding. Oh, ball slipped out of his hands. It's loose.
You have to get that steal.
How did Harding get that? That was just amazing hustle. Richardson, Braxton, dunk! Braxton coming in off the baseline for the two-handed slam. Now a 32-point lead. Under 7 minutes to go at Flagstaff. Here's Littles. Driving, kicking. Harris, three-shot, no. Rebounded by Richardson.
That's tough. It was an open look for Carl Harris right there, but he makes NAU go 1 for 11 from beyond the arc tonight.
I think he stepped on the baseline, did Jarek Harding on that baseline drive. NAU is now 1 of 11 from deep. That is a whopping 9.1%. Weber on a 7-0 run. Extending the lead now. As you see, the Lumberjacks have been dry on the scoring. No points for a while. Down now 73-41.
Good read there by Richardson.
Yep.
Knocked that one out of play, and he's going to retain possession, though. He almost had that steal and then a wide open court in front of him to do whatever he wanted to the basket.
17 to shoot for the Lumberjacks. Here's Bowling off the inbound. Set play. Gets a ball screen from Brown. Gets it to Brown. Brown to the rim. Falls off it. No good. Oh, what a move by Harding. Harding going to take it to the rim. Oh, my! It's blocked by Brooks DeBishop.
That's Chris Bowling, Mitch.
Or is that Bowling? Pardon me.
Bowling.
And Bowling went down very hard. I hope he's okay.
He's still down. He was grasping at his left leg.
I know Chris Bowling's mom is watching down in Phoenix. That's a great defensive play by Chris Bowling. He gets up and gets a nice round of applause. Mom, I think he's all right. Hang in there. Yep, he looks good to me.
Even down 32, all hustle from number 32 right there in Chris Bowling.
Big time. Down to the 6-minute mark. Weber with the ball. Here's Kozak out to Richardson. 15 to shoot. Pull up. Richardson. Good.
Well, he's putting on right now. You see in the crowd, actually, a couple members from his family and friend group out there wearing the number 22 shirts in purple, so they made the trip up from Chandler.
Have a nice game. 16-5. There's a turnover. 16 points, 5 rebounds. And look who's coming up. Richardson pitches it back out. Harding. Trailer 3. Good.
Just a lack of effort and defense right there. Gino Littles watched that handoff go and didn't end up closing out, and you know he's a shooter.
78-41 lead now.
Well, it looks like the Wildcats aren't taking the foot off the gas, and they beat NAU by 40 the first time. It looks like they're trying to make it 50.
Littles, step through, runner, no good. To Bishop, nice work to get that loose ball. To Bowling, 3-shot, no. Here's Harding. And he'll draw a body foul on Chris Bowling at the 5:08 mark. Boop. Weber State leading 78-41 now. And we're right about at the 5-minute mark. And when Weber State leads with 5 minutes to go this season in regulation, as they will lead with 5 minutes to go in regulation tonight, they're perfect. 14 and bagel hold. Blaine in Ogden, thanks for the email. He loves it when I say Airbank. That's funny, Blaine. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the email. Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. Brandon May dropping in an email. Loving the enthusiasm for the game called tonight, the Big Sky Conference. Go Wildcats. Brandon, thank you for the email. Lumberjack Talk at NAU.edu. Harding knocks down the first free throw. Harding, the leading scorer in the Big Sky Conference, coming in, is slowly but surely accumulating himself a big night.
Yep, he certainly does. And
27.
Yeah, that's big time. NAU right now trying to put some points on the board of their own. They're bringing in the three-point specialist, Kai De Laviaga. He's over here rolling to the top, but a foul called.
This will be a 1-and-1. Let's check in with Quinn Snyder, courtside. What's up, Q?
Mitch, Kai DeLaviaga back on the floor tonight, something we haven't seen in a while. And like Zach said, he's a force to be reckoned with from beyond the arc. The team affectionately calls him Clip, and when he gets hot, he gets hot.
That's all he shoots, basically, your three-point shots. Little's free throw, short, no good. Rebounded by Braxton, no bonus. Kai DeLaviaga is out of Scottsdale. Has only played once in the last 12 games. In fact, the last time he was on the court in a game was against Weber State in Ogden on January 4th. Traveling violation. Has shot only three-point shots this season out of Horizon High School and Scottsdale and in Westwind Prep. Wildcats are on a big run. 14-0 run. Taking 80-41 lead. There's Deadeye Kai. It's good to see him back on the court. Great young man. There's a corner three shot. Oh, falls off, no good. That's what he looks for, and he loves the corner threes.
It was a nice pass. He had the open look around that area by the baseline, just couldn't put it away.
Braxton, ball screen, Harding, crazy good.
He split at least 4 or 5 double teams tonight.
Wow.
I mean, it's in the game plan for NAU to pressure him and get pressure on the ball when he has it in his hands in the half court. But if he's splitting like that, he goes for a nifty little reach steal from behind the back there, and he's going to draw a foul on it. But he's been special tonight.
Foul on the deck at the 3:58 mark. We'll probably keep it right here with Weber State leading 82-41. Got a special shout-out, birthday shout-out here tonight to Robin, Kendrin's amazing mom. Happy belated birthday. Love you bunches. Kendrin, your favorite daughter. Kendrin, of course, a part of our NAU TV student crew. So a shout out to Robin for a belated happy birthday from your favorite daughter. Upcoming schedule for the Lumberjacks. NAU will be off on Thursday next week because they will be hosting Southern Utah on Saturday, 1 week from today here in the Sky Dome. Then the Lumberjacks, I'll be heading out on the road for the radio calls at Northern Colorado, at North Dakota, Greeley and Grand Forks respectively. Home against the Hornets and the Vikings of Sacramento State and Portland State. And then the final road trip of the regular season at Idaho, and then to close out the regular season in Cheney at Reese Court against Eastern Washington University. I want you to watch this guy. Watch this move here. How about that? The switching of the hand in midair, coming north-south through the lane.
Well, it starts with the pick that comes from Braxton, and he gets that, and that's what sort of created the separation in the double team. And then he had that one initially, went up with the left, transitions the ball to the right hand, and just scoops it perfectly into the bucket. And you can do stuff like that when you're scoring 29 tonight.
Okay, Harding played 32 games last year as a true freshman and averaged 9.3 points per game. This year as a true sophomore, 21.5 points per game coming in, but tonight he has 29, 2 away from his season high of 31, which he's hit twice already this season. Hines, free throw, no good, no bonus. Going up high, Riley Court for the rebound, lost it, and then going to the rim, foul called, and we'll have some more free throws.
You talk about Harding, he's the future of this team. You say he's so youthful and he's only a sophomore, and he got all that game time his freshman year as a true freshman, and now he's just taken over this team, and he's going to continue to for years to come.
Carlos Hines, free throw, one good. Weber State leading 82-42. NAU Athletics says thanks to these Flagstaff auto dealers for their support. Findlay Honda, Findlay Toyota, Findlay Volkswagen. Terry Marks and Chevrolet and Cadillac and Budget Car and Truck Rental at Flagstaff's Pulliam Airport. No good on the second free throw. 3:48 to go. Weber State leading 82-42. Here's Trayvon Ari Turner, who's checked into the game. Doesn't play very much, only 3 minutes in his last 4 games. Rakat Chapman, 3 shot. Bouncing around, no good. Dallas in the paint, draws a foul. How about Jordan Dallas in 3 Lumberjack players? It's 1-on-3 in the paint, watch this. The Bishop, well, he was kind of not quite there. But he still beat 2 players.
Yeah, Thomas was really the only guy marked up on him right there. But a bad foul, but just an effort play there to grab the offensive board by Dallas and then go back up with it.
The lefty misses the first free throw, no good. Dallas, who had 10 points in January against NAU. is 6'10" and 220 pounds. Third-year sophomore out of Long Beach, California. Long Beach Poly High School. Second free throw, no good. A 3-star recruit.
It's been effort all night on the glass for the Wildcats. They're out rebounding NAU by 11 in this game, and that creates second chance points. As on the offensive glass, they've been big as well with 5.
NAU is 1 of 13 from beyond the arc. Weber State is 12 of 26. My goodness. Here's Ruben Fumba, 10 to shoot. Back out to Harris. Harris driving on Ari Turner, throws up the shot for the baseline. It's good and a foul. On Trayvon Ari Turner out of Issaquah, Washington, draws the foul.
Also number 21, Trayvon Ari Turner, his second foul. The basket.
Randy Ray now is clearing out the deeper end of his bench with a very comfortable 82-44 lead with a little more than 3 minutes to go at the line. Harris.
It's the time in the game where you get these younger guys some minutes, get them some time in the game, see what they can do, what they can provide to the team.
By the way, they're Weber State at 80 points. When they score 80 or more this season, they're 9-0. They're about to go 10-0 on that stat. Here's Chapman, 3-shot, no good. Rebounded by Carlos Hines. And a whistle and a foul being called.
Things slowing down here dramatically. That's 3 trips for NAU and 3 fouls drawn.
Also number 2.
Email Brandon May, thanks for that email. Devin Jennings. Wants to see a replay of the ankle break that happened at half court a few minutes ago. Can we send it into Sports Center for a top 10 play? Hashtag cat fan, hashtag destruction zone. Devin, that was a good one. Free throw good from Carlos Hines. Bruce Davis, Don in Maricopa writes, how do I think Weber State will do in the Big Sky tournament versus the Grizz? That's an excellent question. It really is. The question will be, how will Weber State do against the Grizz, though, toward the end of the regular season when they play Montana in Missoula at Dahlberg Arena? That will be the harbinger of how things could potentially go in the Big Sky tournament, which will be held for the last time in Reno before moving next year to Boise, Idaho. Looking forward to Reno in March and Boise next March. Here's Chapman. 2:35 to go with an 82-47 lead. Chapman, 3-shot off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ruben Fumba. Carlos Hines, the true freshman, getting some quality minutes here for Jack Murphy. That one falls off the iron, miss, no good by Carl Harris. I like the move. Up court pass though. Ooh, man, great hustle by Ari Turner.
So smart there.
Wow.
That was a big play. That wasn't Ari Turner. That was Court right there, Mitch.
Yep.
Yeah, and he
Riley
took that
Court?
one. That one
it
was
is.
Going,
that was Riley Court. You're right.
It was going out of play. He scoops it, throws it off the feet of Carlos Hines to retain possession for his team. Look at that, right off the knees of Hines. And you talk about going back to that game, though, the one with the Grizz and the Wildcats later in the season. Neither of these teams have had a crack at one another so far, so we'll see who truly is the best in the Big Sky at that point in time.
It's a great question, though. Don in Maricopa, thanks for the email. lumberjacktalk@nau.edu. I mean, as good as Weber State is, and they are great, Montana is awesome. Here's a corner 3. Good. And you know who hit that? Brendan Morris is checked into the game. Seldom used. This is only his 12th career game. True sophomore out of Syracuse, Utah. 5 games this season. His last game was 4 minutes against NAU when these two teams played in January in Ogden. They just knocked down a 3-point shot. His second of the season. Harris draws a foul. So Brendan Morris comes in, knocks down his second 3-point shot of the season. Ben Lamont High School product, first team All-State. That's some really good emails tonight from both NAU fans and Weber State Wildcat fans. Appreciate it. Always fun to interact with people across the Big Sky Conference and really all over the world. People watching in on Pluto TV, online, or on the Pluto TV app, channel 239. Harris, second free throw, makes them both. Big win tonight for Montana on the road at North Dakota at the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center in Grand Forks, 72-67 to go 11-0 now in Big Sky play. Here's Ari Turner, corner 3, air ball. 1:27 to go. Drive, Harris, no, but fouled up and dunked by Corey Brown. trailing the play.
Nice stick back there, never giving up on the play. And Harris, he's tried to take this game into his hands these last couple of minutes as the time is winding down. But Corey Brown right there gets the highlight reel dunk on the putback.
85-51 lead. About 65 seconds to go in this one. Dallas pickpocket, Carlos Hines. Hines got the numbers. Dumps it down to Brown. Always a little bit short on the layup, no good.
Well, Brown wanted an alley-oop coming in, and Hines hesitated, didn't throw it to him, and then he just got stuck under the basket there. Found a little too much rim.
Underneath, Riley Court, the true freshman out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. Pleasant Grove High School, the Vikings. Knocks down the layup, makes it 87-51. 40 seconds to go. Weber State led by as many as 41 in this one. De La Viaga, corner three, no good, but he's fouled hard by Riley Court, and Kai De La Viaga will go to the line and shoot three.
Too hard on the closeout there by Weber State, and Kai traditionally makes those, but with the contact happening, he'll have the opportunity to do it a different way here from the line.
Weber State will now have 5 wins in a row against NAU. 18 of the last 20 meetings will go to the Wildcats. And more importantly, more disturbingly, Wildcats, this win tonight will be their 9th in a row in Flagstaff. How about that number? Last time that Weber State lost here in Flagstaff, got to go back to 2008, a decade ago. De La Viaga, second free throw good. Weber State with the win tonight will be 31-19 against NAU in Flagstaff, with this series dating all the way back to 1966.
A couple of players drifting into the lane there before the free throw taken by De La Viaga, but nothing even called. He just continued to shoot it.
Riley Court three shot a little bit short, no good. Harris. Hines, layup, falls off the iron, but stuck back up by the trailing Carl Harris.
These guys working well together in the front court, and a nice job by Harris to see that that shot wasn't going down, get the rebound, and now the clock just going to be dribbled out here by Court.
87-55 will be the final. And Randy Ray will pick up his 21st win